So I'm gonna show you guys how to do this super easy beginner friendly highlights. This was only a one-step process along with toning, of course, but yeah, I just wanted to show you guys how to do this because I got a overwhelming response when I showed you guys this in my stories and in my community on here on YouTube. So you're gonna need some hair. I'm gonna use Ishow hair. This hair lifted very well. I am using their 22-inch body wave 13 by 4 150 density lace front wig. It comes with a hair net, a hair tie, and some eyelashes, and this is basically what the wig looks like. You know what, I think that's 13 by 6. I'm not sure. I'll leave that needs in there, but it is pre-plugged. The knots are not bleached, and I'm just gonna customize this thing. So this is the wig. I am going to part the frontal away from the rest of the hair because I just want that out the way, because I am going to part that in a different direction when I put these highlights in. Now these highlights are super simple. I want to apologize now because I was kind of standing in front of the camera when I was doing this, but you guys get the point. You'll see. So you're going to need some bleach and some developer. I'm using 30 volume developer Express 9, which is a bomb bleach. It's going to lift your hair 9 levels, and Quick Blue, which is a more affordable bleach, and you're going to see why I'm using two different bleaches. So for the highlights, I'm using Ion Brilliance Express 9 because I want it to lift the highest that it can in one session without damaging it. So you guys know I don't typically use 40 volume developer when I bleach because I just feel like it's more healthier for you to just use 30 volume, and if you do have to go in and bleach it again, you can, but this method you won't have to because you're going to incubate it with some foils. Alright, so you want to just you want to pull out the pieces that you want to highlight. I usually pull out 2 tracks and then I'll pin them together, and then I'll just like wind out some hair that's in those tracks, and I'll just smother the bleach on all the pieces that I want to have highlights. Now I'm doing this like in the bricklaying motion, like, so if I do one row of highlights, the second row after that I will do it, and not in the same area, but in a space that I didn't do the highlights. I hope that makes sense. So that's basically all I'm doing through this entire wig, literally. And then after I add the bleach on, I'm going to put it in some foil. I'm making sure that I fold it neatly because I do not want any creasing in the highlights. And I think that's very important because when I see girls do highlights, they usually will just put the foil on and crumble it up, and you will see like demarcation of it not being processed really good. So you want to just fold your foils really neat, ladies, and I feel like that's one of the keys just to get seamless high lift highlights in one session. Alright, so you want to make sure that the pieces that you are bleaching is highly saturated, because you want to make sure that each strand is covered in bleach, and that is also going to help you not have to go back and re-bleach sections or areas, unless you want them even brighter than what I got them. So yeah, I was sent a wig by one of my friends on Facebook. Her name is Ionic, MUA, and she sent me this picture right here because she had a birthday coming up, and she was like she wanted that wig made, and I was like, okay, well, I'm gonna try it on one of the YouTube wigs and we'll see how it turned out. And I think it turned out great. This is the wig that she sent me, and you guys already seen how my wig turned out. So yeah. So what I decided to do is I knew I wanted front highlights, so I parted a nice chunky section out in the front, and I put bleach on there, and I just feathered it up, and I wrapped it in foil nicely. And I also parted the rest of the frontal down in the middle to where I usually have my part, and I parted it going downwards towards the ear tabs or the sideburns in 3 sections, and I just took that middle section and I applied bleach to it. Super simple. I did that on both sides. And I just did vertical and horizontal highlights in the front. Super simple. And I applied the bleach to the middle section. Applied my foils on there neatly, and I let it process for about 30 minutes. And after I did that, this is what my wig looked like. Again, for the highlights, I use my Blond Express 9 lift bleach and 30 volume developer. And you want it in a creamy consistency because it'll apply better. So this is what my highlights look like after they was processed. So it looked really good. You can see the color difference between the original hair color and the new color of the bleach job. So this is just plain water in my spritz bottle, and I am going to spritz the hair. Now it's going to kind of stop the bleaching from processing the highlights a little bit, but the reason why I'm doing this is because I'm gonna go in with like a bleach bath, but it's not really a bleach bath, it's just regular bleach, but it's a little bit looser. It's a looser mix, and the water just helps the bleach glide onto the hair a little bit better. Okay, and I don't want a super duper lift. I want the hair to turn bronze, so that's also going to help stop the hair from processing higher than what it is. So I'm still using my 30 volume developer. You could, if you're not comfortable using the 30 volume developer only on this part to get to that bronze color look that I have in my hair, then I would suggest you use 20 volume developer, and you want to hurry up and apply that on to your wig. So I mixed 30 volume developer with my quick blue bleach, which is more of an affordable bleach. It's not as expensive as my Blond bleach, and it's just some regular blue bleach, and it'll just help kind of tone your hair a little bit, but you're still gonna have to tone your hair. So I'm just gonna apply that throughout my hair. I'm also gonna leave roots because I wanted roots. If you find yourself getting a little bit messy with your roots and it just got a little out of hand, you could go ahead and take some brown dye or black dye and just touch up your roots if that's the case for you. So you want to hurry up and apply that bleach onto your hair, and you want to let it process for about 5 minutes, if that. Just watch the color and see what it's turning into, and once it gets to a good color, it's okay to wash it out. It's brassy. It's still on the darker side, which is fine. I don't mind that. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take 30 volume, because this is all I have in my kitchen. I don't feel like going upstairs. And T11, which is the lightest beige blonde, and I'm going to mix 2 to 1. So I'm gonna pour all the contents of this out. I'm gonna pour a developer in here twice, and then put it in a bowl, mix it together, and apply it on the wet wig. You want to apply toner on a wet wig. Now, I personally would like to do permanent color instead of toner, because toner wears off really quick. But I had this laying around, so I was like, okay, let's get it. So this is what my wig looks like after I toned it. So I left the toner on there for about 15 minutes, and then I washed it with purple shampoo just to help get some of that brassiness out. Now the wig is still brassy. That's the purpose of the color job, alright? So I did go ahead and add an elastic band, and I just felt like I needed to add a little bit more hair. So I added some more bronze colored hair at the bottom, like I did another color job, and added it to the bottom so it could be a little bit fuller. Just because, you know, when you bleach hair to a lighter look, it kind of looks thin. If the hair would have stayed black, it would have been fine, but just because I made it lighter, I could see through it, and I was like, okay, I didn't like that. So I just made it a little bit fuller. That's not necessary, that's just me. I like fuller hair. And I hope you guys enjoyed this video. This is definitely beginner friendly. If you have any questions, feel free to leave them down below in the comment section, and you know I will be down there answering all the questions that you guys have, best friends. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. With a wig like this is a high maintenance wig, so you are going to have to condition her a lot. Alright? Bye, best friends.